The cake, we'd had pretty much everything we wanted, and we got the bonus of actually getting a TV on board as well. It flew incredibly stable. We were real impressed with it. It was much easier than anything Yuri and I had simmed, and it was a lot of fun to open up that volume on the back end of the service module.
One of the main goals, of course, of our mission was to install the Japanese lab. And here you see Aki is gently pulling it out of the payload bay. And then we started a very, very slow maneuver of this gigantic module. It's the biggest that's on the station so far at over 32,000 pounds. The maneuver, obviously, with such a big mass, had to go quite slow. It was about an hour of maneuver, but it was some great views while we did that. And, of course, as we attached it onto the space station, it was a great day for the people in Japan. Another thing we needed to do with the robotic arm was move the logistics module. This is another piece that STS-123 brought up, and they had it temp stowed. So we slowly guided it over to its final resting position on top of the Japanese laboratory.
After we got the Japanese module installed, we opened the hatch. And here's us putting a sign. It's a Japanese curtain. It just said, "Eat more chicken." And then after Karen and I checked out the air inside, everyone came inside, and especially Garrett enjoyed the moment, showing off all his skills that he learned through his expedition. After having some time of fun, we had to get back to work. We transferred 8 racks. These racks are like 500 pounds each. And this is a sign where the technicians on the ground put at the hatch for us. And we saw the Japanese module grow each day. It was empty, and then it was full of racks. And in the stowage module, it's empty now. And also in the Japanese module, we had 2 windows, which we looked outside every time that we had some free time. The view out there was magnificent.
My name is Doug Drury. I was when Zarya launched, I was the launch package manager and the Zarya program manager. I was at Baikonur for the launch. I was worked the program from the inception, selecting the module, clear through the launch and the on-orbit checkout phase. Zarya was extremely important to space station for multiple reasons. The first of which is that it was actually the beginning. We had been building space station elements and space station programs for many years, and we finally were launching hardware. It also was important because it did serve as the building block for the rest of the space station to be formed off of. In December of 1998, during the STS-88 mission, Unity and Zarya were mated for the first time by the shuttle crew. It was the beginning of what we know as the International Space Station now. It was a very euphoric time in the control center here in Houston. This really set the stage for all the assembly flights to come. It was the proof of all the work that we had all been doing on both sides of the ocean. Looking back over the last 10 years since we launched Zarya, it's amazing to see the progress of the International Space Station. It's what we envisioned. It's what we planned for. It's what we designed all of the elements to do. It's a great feeling to be part of the Zarya team and seeing the station that's been built around it and the international cooperation that's happened since then. It's a great feeling to look up at the sky and see that bright star tracking across and know that you were a part of that.
NASA's carbon-sniffing satellite sleuth arrives at launch site. NASA's first spacecraft dedicated to studying carbon dioxide, the leading human-produced greenhouse